Good morning. Happy Sabbath. So today's theme is love is a verb, right? So I want everyone to do a small action. Touch your eyes, ears, nose, rotate your hand, touch your forehead. I said forehead. Everyone touch their chin, right? So what does it show? It shows that actions are very powerful. So in the same way, love is not just a word. It is a strong action which we need to show. So sometimes we try to show those actions, but our poor mental health doesn't allow for it. So let's see how we can correct it. So today's topic is mental health. So what is mental health? So it is a psychological, emotional, physical and social well-being all together. So it helps us to regulate our stress, work productivity and temperance, which is self-control. It's very important. So what is mental health according to today's life? So it is very complex. It is peer pressure, overthinking, and as a student I have all of this, like health issues, anxiety, and not enough sleep. So for example, in the olden days when teachers used to scold my parents, I've heard they used to forget after a while. But nowadays for kids it turns into depression, anxiety and all that. It becomes very long term, which is very dangerous. So it's a complex issue. Why is mental health important now? So it is important because your brain consumes 20% of the energy, functioning of the body, that is, which is more than any other organ in your body. Did you know that? According to NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So we don't burn calories only while we exercise. Even when we are sitting simply during cellular process, organ functioning, we burn calories. So how we feel and act is important to shape mental health and to build a very loving community. So here is where New Start I'm going to introduce. So some of my friends here will know about New Start. It is a common thing we follow in SDA Adventist Church. So today let's see how New Start can improve our mental health. So first, N stands for nutrition. So we have to have a balanced diet. So what you eat impacts your mental health directly. So you have seen people who eat unhealthy and then they, feel irritated most of the time, and then when someone speaks, they're irritated, they don't respond with love, they're very irritated. So take care of your diet. So and one verse which inspired me from the Bible is Daniel. In that, it's a small story where Daniel goes to king in Babylon, and then he rejects the meat, which they are not supposed to eat according to the Bible. And then they eat the food God told them, and they were 10 times mentally sharper, which is very amusing, right? So food versus medicine. One last point in nutrition I would add. If your food is right, there is no need of medicine. But if your food is wrong, there is no use of medicine. So next point is exercise. So everyone know we have to have 1 hour movement every day. So your body shouldn't be a barrier for someone in need. You should be physically healthy so that you can help your family, fellow mates. And exercising regularly, it decreases your stress level or cortisol. So it brings it below the baseline, which in long term is very good, which many people, normal people suffer to do, like who don't exercise or anything. If you exercise, there are a lot of benefits. So, and also pursue the physical activity which you love to do. And water. So water, it unclogs your mind, and thirst is a later sign of dehydration. Please do not wait until you're thirsty. Please keep sipping your water and drink water according to your body weight. And sunlight. So sunlight has been proven to increase your happy hormones when you are exposed to it in the morning and evening. And most importantly, it helps in recovery. It provides vitamin D, and it releases serotonin, which is a hormone which helps ease anxiety in today's youth. So temperance, this is very important. Temperance is self-control. So you need to self-control your emotions and think before you act twice. So temperance, it can save a lot of relationships. And how temperance can make someone happy? Like example, you can save a piece of cake for someone friend or anyone you know to eat, and then you can care more about others. And then in Proverbs, I love a verse. It tells that God does not like people who are gluttons, meaning who eat mindlessly. So which I follow because if it's written in the Bible, I take it very seriously, and I overcame my overeating habits. And then there's some small thing we follow called joy, which is Jesus first, others next, and you last. Which means care more about others and you will be taken care of. And air. So air, imagine yourself going for a walk in the park, how relaxed you will be. So it unclogs your mind and then it shifts your nervous system from stress mode. You will be fully relaxed. So it allows you to be calm and gently process your thoughts with love. And important another one, rest. It is important so that you avoid burnout. So you can work more productively the next day. So poor sleep is equals to poor mental health. So many people I've seen, like some people have told their story. They don't get good sleep. They were very rude to their employees in work. And then when they fixed it, their employees says my prayers. So I cast my burdens on Jesus. And before God formed us, He knew us, even when we were a single cell in our mother's womb. So before I formed you, I knew you. It is from Jeremiah. Behold, I have plans for you, plans of peace and not harm. So God has promised us peace. So and He plans to give us a prosperous end. So these are the ways we can keep up our health by using New Start. Thank you and have a wonderful Sabbath.